may have time for two today, but definitely this one's just gonna be quick, just because I know I have time and I know I can stream for at least like 20 minutes. So I don't know. I'm like really struggling to be consistent because I'm trying to do other things, and then people keep like I don't know how to describe this aside from like I try to like block out time, but if like someone has like a 10-15 minute conversation, it, like throws everything off and like ruins the rest of the thing. So time bleeds into the next thing, and then I just don't get to everything I want to. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Obviously, things don't go to plan, but it's just like day after day after day. I feel like that's been happening. So it's like I don't know if frustrating or that's just the way life goes. But yeah, hopefully we have a fun stream. I'm finishing up The Lord of the Rings. It is such a good book. Oh my god. Um, I didn't think I was gonna like it, honestly. I really didn't. I thought it was gonna be something that I read and I was like, yeah, it's the kids book. But I mean, honestly, the way Tolkien crafts his world and the mythos, and I don't know, it's super compelling, just in a way that I can't even really explain. It's just something you kind of experience, and I mean, very few authors are able to put you in that world. Obviously, I mean, there's a reason there's only one Lord of the Rings. Very few books are in that category. But yeah, what's up, Sam? How's everything? You like gloves? Okay. What? I have to stop yawning. What's up, Hanlira? I hope I said that right. My bad if I didn't. How's everything? I swear, sometimes people's names are like I look at it. I'm like, there's a 0% chance I say that right. I'm gonna go for it, and my apologies. Did anyone see the new Superman movie? I was actually very shocked by how much I liked it. Obviously, I had to watch it because I had a part in the movie, but where do I live? What? What do you want to know where I live? Oh, you live in Norway? Okay. Oh, you're asking the country. I thought you were like asking for my address. I was like, I'm not giving that to you. I'm from the U.S. Sometimes like it, I don't know. You ever like I don't know if this is even a universal thing, but like I feel like people just ask like crazy amounts of information about you, and I'm just like I don't really want to answer that, but that's a fair question. Like what country? See, like that doesn't come off as like weird, but I don't know. I feel like I treat this too much like a normal conversation when it's obviously not. is not working? How is it in Norway? Should I visit at some point? Like, is it cool? What do you guys have there? I don't know much about the country. I think I haven't streamed this late in a while. Just finished part one of The Plague today. How did I find the book? Honestly, like, I really like the book. Camus was able to like capture like what happens when the world kind of shuts down so well, and like, you know, reading it after the whole thing that happened in like 2020 is like it's kind of crazy to see that like, you know, he was inspired by a plague that happened in that town. I don't remember the name of the town, but basically he wrote like a historical sort of fiction of that town. But I think he took a lot of his experience from, I mean, he was in France when they were invaded by the Germans, so I think he took a lot of that experience and really like captured something that was extremely unique. It's a really good book. It really is. And it's funny how it shows the different reactions in different people, and how some people kind of like find themselves in the chaos, and other people like collapse in the chaos. And it's a very interesting book on a lot of different levels. And you know, there's like the deeper social commentary of like, you know, what happens when the world stops working as we think it does. Like, are our institutions as strong as we think? And you know, all sorts of things. It's a very interesting book. I really do like Camus, and I think I honestly don't know what I like more, his philosophy or his fiction. I think both have very strong elements, but yeah, let me know what you think at the end of it, because you know, it's a very strong ending. I'm gonna try not to spoil it. But yeah, right now I am. I feel like I said this earlier, but I don't know if people were here yet. I'm finishing. I have like 30 pages left of the Fellowship of the Ring, and it is honestly, story wise, it's one of the best books I've ever read, because it's very complete. There's no plot holes. There's nothing that's wasted. Everything's there to set up the narrative or set up the world, or in some way put you in that space. Like I feel like when I read Charles Dickens, it doesn't really paint the picture of the scene in the same sense as Tolkien does. Tolkien puts you there. Tolkien makes you feel like you're part of this world, and you know, you kind of have some understanding of how it works. It's super interesting. What's up, GRWM? I don't know how to say that, but it's interesting. I found it a bit hard to get into. Yeah, yeah. I definitely would agree with that. Like, I feel like Camus kind of. I mean, it's the same thing with The Stranger. The Stranger is like, it kind of puts you into the guy's mother dying, and you know, this guy's kind of already established. He doesn't really develop as a character. So I think there's definitely a little bit of difficulty. And it's weird because all this random stuff's happening, and all these. I don't speak French, so all the French names were like really difficult for me to like keep track of. I mean, it's the same thing as when I was reading the autobiography of a yogi. The names just didn't register. It's the same thing as when I read Dostoevsky. It's like all the Russian names, they all just look the same to me. So I feel like there's that as well. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me. Like, maybe it's just a weird thing that like I just don't associate the different language names in the same way I would register names I'm familiar with. But yeah, I feel like I finally get it when it comes to Tolkien. Like, for whatever reason, I was just like, I wouldn't say I was a hater. Like, I always had a respect for him as a writer, but I thought of him more as like a kid's writer, a kid's author. But like reading The Lord of the Rings, I don't know. Like, you have an appreciation for the archetypes and the myth and the themes and the universal heroes that he writes. It's very weird. Stranger I really enjoyed, but I think it helped that I had a bit of an understanding of his philosophy beforehand. Yeah, okay, I agree with that because I read The Stranger after I read The Myth of Sisyphus, and after reading The Myth of Sisyphus, I realized I'd read The Stranger already, and it made sense when I knew what he was talking about, when I knew what he was trying to get across. But when I read it as I wasn't a child, I was like a teenager. I guess it's still a child, but I feel like it just didn't click with me. It didn't click what he was trying to say. Notice with foreign names I can't pronounce. I tend to remember people by the first letter of their names and end up getting confused. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty. I don't know. Maybe if you read them out loud and say them out loud and start to associate that with the sound, maybe that might help. There's probably a linguistic trick to fix that, but I don't know. I haven't spent enough time. I don't read literature like that too, so it's difficult for me to like. Most of what I read is nonfiction. It's like usually like philosophy or like some like ancient esoteric text or something like that. So it's like I haven't had to like keep track of names and dialogues. So it's something that I'm kind of learning to do. So it might get easier with time. It might just be like something that you get used to. Because that's what I'm feeling right now. Like, you know, I've been reading a bunch of stories lately, and I wouldn't say it's more difficult to pick up what's being said. It's just I'm not used to having to read into dialogue and ask what this means and ask what this is setting up. Like normally I've just been like reading Nietzsche where he's like, well, this means this means that. So I don't know, I have to like parse the meaning for myself instead of just being told it, which is, I mean, it's something I'm accustomed to because I read poetry, but it's also something that I'm not used to in that format. I don't know if I'm alone in feeling that though. Makes sense. I'm a relatively new reader, and I've noticed something I'm slowly. Yeah. I'm kind of. I don't know if I would say I'm new because I feel like I've read a ton of books, but relatively new in the sense that like I restrict my reading to like genres I'm interested in when I'm interested in them, and then I'll kind of just forget about it and not go back into it. Like there was a time where all I did was read like um I don't even know what they're called, but like more spiritual books. Then it went to philosophy. Then it went to literature. Then it went back to philosophy. Then it went to more religious. You know what I mean. It's like my interests kind of vary. So like when my interests are in a certain thing, I'll be obsessed with it. But if I don't care about it right now, I'll never pick it up. So I feel like that has a big determining factor of what I'm used to. But I really realistically only have been reading for like 2 years as an adult. Like I know that seems so bad to like say, but like I don't know. When I was in college, I didn't have to read a single book because I was a STEM major, and I feel like that really like. I mean, linguistically, it obviously like really halted my skills, but it also like I don't know. There's something about reading where it forces your brain to tie together ideas and craft a narrative and create an imaginative picture of things. So it in some way boosts your creativity because you have to make sense of everything that you're reading. And I think there's like a huge gap between, you know, what's being taught and what could be taught for overall benefit. Oh, thank you, Hypnodio. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, man, you don't have to. I always feel bad when you don't. You don't have to like just come out and hang out with me. Like just come talk. That's more than anything. But yeah, I appreciate Hypnodio. You're the best. You really are. For the book fund, Hypnodio, have you read The Lord of the Rings? I'm sure you have. I feel like that's something that's right up your alley. I want to know what you think because I'm about to finish the Fellowship of the Ring. I have like 30 pages left, and I really loved it. I say this as like I haven't finished it yet, but like I can tell you it's one of my new favorite novels or new favorite stories, and I just want to know if oh, you read the first one. I was gonna say I want to know like how the next ones are because I'm definitely gonna have to pick them up because it was just the way Tolkien tells the story was tremendous. I mostly read manga and comics as a teen, started reading self help, bit of fiction, pandemic. Yeah, and the problem is I feel like I don't know if this was just me, but the books I was forced to read in high school were all so bad that I was like, why the fuck would I ever read a book? Like books are ass, they're terrible. I'm not gonna ever pick them up. I'm not gonna ever like this stuff's so boring. Why would I ever you know what I mean? Why would I ever do this for fun? And meanwhile, like there's books for every single subject that you're interested in. And if you're interested in, you know, whatever the thing is on a screen or on a YouTube video, like the book is a whole nother layer because you're creating that whole thing with your brain. I read The Hobbit as a child, like the movies, but not the book. I think I have your next homework assignment. I'm telling you, you would like it. I already know it because it has like I mean, not overtly, but you can see Tolkien's Christian faith in the archetypes of all of the stories. Like they all kind of follow like the selfless hero, and they're. It's not like I don't even know what it's called. It's called postmodern, where like the heroes are kind of broken, and there's anti-heroes, and there's all of these like even the quote unquote good institutions are bad. There's none of that. It's straight black and white. It's good versus evil. It's you know you must go out and be a hero and do this. It's super super good. I don't know. I thought it would be boring simply for that, but there's so much more to the story than just the story. There's the atmosphere. There's the lessons. There's the poetry. There's the lyrics. There's the mood. It captures a I don't know. It feels like it captures a culture. I think school kind of prevented me from enjoying reading because I had no say in the matter. Yeah, yeah. There's that too. Yeah, like it. Even if you like the book, because your annoying ass teacher told you you're supposed to like it and you're supposed to read it and you're supposed to read this amount of pages, it definitely like killed your curiosity. And I feel like that's really one of the saddest things. Like I mean, if you look at all of the greatest inventions, one, it's they were able to be bored, but the greatest inventors were curious people. They had like a childlike need to answer questions, and until they could answer the question, they would never be satisfied. And that's what drove Tesla to be Tesla. That's what drove Einstein to be Einstein. I was raised on it, just didn't read the books. The lessons of throwing away power or being selfless have served me well. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I think honestly, I've watched the movies several times, and I think the books are better. I'm telling you, if you really like have time to kill, I don't know if you're like if you're in need of a new book, but I'm really recommending them. But Hypnotic, did you see the new Superman yet? I feel like you would, because I saw it last night with my girlfriend, and like I went in expecting not to like it. I went in expecting to be like, this kind of sucks, because I don't know, the coverage of Superman was super weird because it was people like just I don't even think people had gripes with the movie. I don't even think people had gripes with everything. I think it was like the surrounding of it and the publicity, and I feel like a lot of it was like kind of drummed up to get people to go. It was really good. It really was. I mean, there's definitely like a lot of flaws. Like I hated that Lex Luthor cried. Like why'd they make Lex Luthor into like basically an everyday villain? Like Lex Luthor is so evil that he would never cry. Okay, like Lex Luthor is so evil and so aggressive and so egotistical that he doesn't even understand. He has no self awareness that his greatest want is to be liked, and that's his whole driving character. That's his whole arc, and there was no. I don't know. He's meant to be a static character. He's not meant to realize things. He's meant to be a foil for Superman, and it's supposed to work in that way. But it was weird how they did it. Again, it's like more postmodern bullshit. But I don't like Marvel. I like certain Marvel heroes. I can't get on board with all of Marvel heroes. Like I don't know, Thor's not that interesting to me. Like he has cool powers, but he's I don't know. It's just not that compelling. The Hulk just is a big angry guy, and there's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But I I don't know. Iron Man was probably the best that I've seen from Marvel, and the way they did his character with Robert Downey Jr. was like masterfully done, as well as Captain America. But like I don't know. I definitely like DC way way better because I grew up on like the Justice League show, Justice League Unlimited, Batman, Batman Beyond, all of those shows. So like it was etched in my mind like all of those heroes, and it was really a shame that like they never did it well. You love that Lex cried. Oh, I guess if it was out of pure hatred, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't like the actor. I think the actor could have, because I feel like the actor was too like he was too soft. I feel like Lex had to be more callous and more like how Mr. Terrific in the movie was like, I don't deal with people's feelings. I feel like that's how Lex Luthor should have been. Iron Man was cool, the first one, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like all the Iron Mans were somewhat good, but the first one was definitely the best. And in comparison to a lot of the movies that have been released, like all the Iron Mans are 10 times better. Hulk is much more layered in the comics. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely that way. Okay. That would make a lot of sense why he's not as good. I also think like Mark Ruffalo is just like unbearable. Like I don't know, like regardless of like politics, I just don't want to hear politics from an actor. Like even if I agree with you 100%, I don't need to hear what you believe about the world. You're an adult pretender. You pretend to be someone intelligent. You pretend to be someone that knows what they're doing. Once you don't have a line, once it's not fed to you, I don't give a shit about your opinions. Like De Niro needs to learn to shut up. Like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors. I don't know what it is about like celebrities wanting to get involved with politics. You're not. That's like me like I don't know giving badminton lessons. Like, what do I know about badminton? I don't know anything. It's just dumb to me. They're surrounded by sycophants. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like some reward to it too. Like, I feel like the Hollywood execs like kind of, because I mean, it's all like a publicity game, and if you can get the right kind of headlines with the right kind of people, then there might be the idea that it's free advertising and it's good advertising and it might stir up some controversy and no such thing as bad publicity. But I feel like we're seeing that come to a head today. I don't know. Not sure if you saw Mickey 17. I didn't watch it. I don't know. It's like sci-fi is not really my thing. I don't think a lot of sci-fi writers can write sci-fi interesting. I feel like I just don't appreciate a lot of writing today. And like if you're gonna base a thing off writing, I'm just not super interested in it. And I don't know, I heard mixed things. Like I'm never gonna go out and watch a movie unless it's like there's good reviews, unless I know about like Superman, Batman, of course I'm gonna watch that. But like you're gonna be hard pressed to find me go out to a movie because I don't like going out in public. Like I'd rather just sit at home and read my books. So like it takes a lot for me to go and do something, unless my girlfriend wants me to. But have I tried Grok 4? No, I've not tried Grok 4. Is it the one that got banned instantly? Dude, I was at GNC today, and I told the worker, I was like talking to the guy for a while, and I was like, "Dude, you should go watch Superman. I had a part in it." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "No." Critically acclaimed. It's a lot easier to watch movies nowadays. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean, Hypnotic. Don't worry. 28 years later, Sinners. I've never watched. I'm gonna watch Sinners at some point. I know, because my girlfriend like wanted me to go to the movies, but I think I had finals or something. I was busy. I've never watched any of the 28 Years series, so I've never like. Is that something you have to watch in order? I was just guessing. Like I don't know anything about them. I know there's zombie movies, and I have like a love hate relationship with zombie movies. Like sometimes I can watch them, other times I'm just like, this is just not it. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the best zombie movie I ever watched was Train to Busan. That one was, that was, I don't know. Like, admittedly, I don't normally like foreign films like that. Like, especially, I can't remember if I watched it dubbed or subbed. I can't remember, but it was so good. It was, I don't know how they did such a good zombie movie. The first two are great. The new ones suck balls. I feel like, I don't know. Is it ever possible to make a movie that lives up to the movie before? Like I feel like it might be more difficult to make a good sequel than it is to make a good movie. Am I wrong in saying that? Cuz like when there's no expectations like it's really easy to please someone, but when you have a good movie before it, it kind of ruins everything. Like I've heard The Godfather Part 3, I've never watched it cuz I was told not to watch it. I heard Godfather Part 3 would be one of the greatest mob movies of all time if it was disconnected from The Godfather, but because it's The Godfather, it's not the same quality. And there's definitely something to that. That seems like something that could definitely exist. Like I'm trying to think of a good example. Like in retrospect, Spider-Man 3 compared to the first two is terrible, but compared to the superhero movies that come out today, it's a masterpiece. Like it's way more interesting. It's way more compelling. The characters are more well done. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm wrong in that. You don't really need to watch the others. I watched the first one, 28 Days, just before the new one. It's just okay. Nowadays, there's so much zombie media. Does it feel unique? Yeah. And I mean, really, the zombie media is like, it's really just an allegory for like overconsumption and how humans just need to consume, consume, consume. And it's all encompassing. And I feel like it's kind of like a played out trope. Like there's definitely gonna be good zombie movies, but I feel like it's gonna be just more nonsense. Like the more saturation, the more bullshit we have. My attention span is too fucked to watch movies. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't know, cause like even if I'm watching a show, I just have a book near me because I'll get bored of the show. Like I'd rather just read. Like I don't know if I'm like just social media's just destroyed it where I can't sit there and just watch something. I guess if I'm with someone, it's a lot easier. But if I'm alone, it makes it more difficult because then I'm like, well, I'm hungry. Well, this, then that. I struggle to watch stuff at home with the cinema. I come on, can't. Yeah, there's definitely something to that. I mean, it's even if you're at home and you try to if you have a home gym because I don't have a home gym. I have like a squat rack. I guess you can consider that a home gym. But like it's really difficult for me to work out at home because my couch is right there, my TV's right there. Like I'll go to the bathroom. Next thing you know, I'm like laying down in my bed. Like I feel like it's hard for me to focus at my house. But if I'm at the gym, I'm pretty no nonsense. I can get a pretty good workout in like 45 minutes to an hour if I really like push to failure. So it's like I feel like there's something to that. I like that books feel like a world you can come back to. It's a perfect analogy. I think when you're at home, you're too comfortable. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely that. I worked from home for 5 years, and working in an office is way less distracting. How do you focus from home? I feel like maybe if you have a good office, right? Like if you have a room where all you do is work, that might be a good way to do it. But there's definitely like if you're sitting in your bed doing work, are you doing work? There's definitely some people that can do it. I need to like put myself in an area where I have not even no distractions, but I can't be like too comfortable or I'll start being more comfortable. I don't know though, because I feel like the whole reason why people aren't allowed to work from home anymore is it's not anything aside from the fact that the commercial real estate was just blown up and it was losing all its value, and there was like $900 billion worth of lost valuation because these massive conglomerates couldn't pay the rent because they weren't getting the rental income. So the mortgages were defaulting and all of its value was lost out of thin air, and the speculative market was going crazy. So that's I feel like that's really why work from home isn't an option anymore, simply because all these big businesses got together and said, one, these people are going to realize that they can do a lot of work and they can do it in a lot less time and we don't eat up all of their time. And two, all of our real estate and all of the investments we have is going to go to shit. When I was working from home, I wake up at 9 on dot, work in bed. Yeah, that's working in bed does not sound like working to me. I basically just wait there until there's a little focus. Yeah, and I feel like there's, like, if people started working from home, I think it would make a huge movement for, like, I don't even know if it would be entrepreneurship or, like, people doing, like, gig work and contracting and, like, a lot of people working for a lot of different places and being consultants. And I feel like it would make, like, a more free market in terms of the economy, and I don't think that's what the corporations want. Because when you have autonomy over what you work and how much production, what you pay yourself, I feel like that's really the only thing keeping up corporate America. I have a newborn. My son just started school, so before that, working from home was great. Oh, so you were taking care of him, and now you're just bored. Now you don't have a mini me to follow you around. Dude, when I have a kid, we are just gonna be like, I'm just gonna show him like all of like the Justice League shows, the Batman Beyond shows. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I used to love this as a kid, and like not tell him that I still enjoy it. Like if you're single, I mean, it's fine before kids. Oh, okay, okay. I don't I don't know if this is just me, but like I there's something in my brain where I can't even imagine having kids because I can't imagine like how much it would change my life. In the sense that like my priorities would be flipped on its head, and like the sense of freedom I feel would be like, not that I'd feel like I'm trapped, but like I would just it would just my decision making would be different. It's definitely something that's gonna change. Thank God YouTube is a time machine for me. Yeah. One day it'll be ready. Yeah. And yeah, honestly, the only thing stopping me is probably like the security. Like I don't want to make a decision that's gonna like harm someone else that isn't just me. Like I right now can take risks. I right now can be dumb, but I can't be doing the same dumb things and living off the bare minimum if I have other people to worry about. I waited until I owned a home. That's probably a pretty good one. That definitely is pretty good. Yeah, I feel like that's a solid milestone to set. Obviously, like there's people that don't want to own a home, just want to rent. That's theirs too. But I think it's a pretty solid thing. 100% is such a commitment. I don't think my brain can process that as a kid. I mean, even like to think about that, like think like, you know, you have a kid, but they're not self-sufficient probably until like 26, 27, 28, 30. Like, I feel like it's not even the age of maturity. It's like the point where they're going to be able to financially survive in the current economy. I feel like it's definitely changed a lot, which is definitely a new consideration. Having a kid has been such a blessing, gave me purpose. That's when I had at 27, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I don't know, I don't want to wait too long because I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of like again, not, this is my own personal opinion, but like having a kid too late would be like honestly detrimental to the kid because I'm not gonna be physically capable when he's gonna want to go play sports or go on a hike or go do, like, I want to be able to do things with the kids. I don't want to be old and decrepit and they have all this energy and I can't, you know, give them the life that they deserve. That's just my personal opinion though. There are other people that don't really value those things. But if my kids are anything like me, like they're just gonna wanna go do things. They're gonna wanna go be active. And again, I'll be active well into old age, but I wanna be able to keep up. I don't know if it's just me, but I think I'm afraid of losing my individuality. I guess, yeah. But there's also the fact that you have someone that would want to do those hobbies with you. Because, like, my dad gave up his hobbies, but then he became a coach of all of my soccer teams and all my basketball teams. And, like, he would hang out with me and do those hobbies with me. You know what I mean? Like, he would spend his nights after he got home from work working all day long, doing like a terrible job. I don't really want to talk about my dad's job right now. Like, he didn't like it, but um, basically he would like not hang out with his friends and then go teach me how to play soccer, teach my friends how to play soccer, go set up all these drills and all these cones for us to play basketball. And you know, I feel like there's something to that too. And like, you know, you're talking about manga, you're talking about comics. Like, you could read manga and comics either to your son or with your son, like, or even with your daughter. I don't know, but like I feel like there's something to that as well. What's up, Amy? How's everything? What are my priorities into perspective? My hobbies are something I share with my son now. Yeah, yeah. There's also like, I don't know. There's obviously a sacrifice to it, but there's obviously a reward as well. There's, I don't know. There's like a duty or responsibility, and there's like a, I don't know. I don't really like using the word pride because I don't like the definition of that word. But basically, like a satisfaction or a full circle moment or a realization.
Dang, you kicked them out.
He's just barking at himself. He's like looking in the reflection and barking at himself. So I just, yeah. Wow, you got Starbucks without me. It's crazy,
So good.
guys. My girlfriend got Starbucks and she didn't get me any. Isn't that insane?
Sorry.
She didn't even text me. Didn't even ask me.
You want
This
this?
is a lot. No, I was just joking. I don't want it. No, you're fine. Crazy behavior. Yeah, see? She just gave me a face like she's all embarrassed. Guys, we need to call her out. No, I'm joking. I'll just, if I want a coffee, I'll just make it. It's fine. Don't worry. I was just joking. Starbucks run without change. I know Hypnotia. Can you believe her? It's like a new Starbucks too, so like all the machines are fresh and clean and like tastes very nice. can't believe her, guys. The betrayal is unreal. Dude, all I know is I can't wait for like the parent teacher conferences where my kid like corrects the teacher on some nonsense and I get called in and I'm like I'm just gonna double down and be like, no, you're wrong. Grande Caliente, what is that? I gotta Google that to make sure that I didn't say anything bad. Someone got me to say something bad the other day in another language, and thank God I didn't know. Thank God he never told me, because I was just end the stream in embarrassment. I don't think it was too bad. I think it was just something like dumb. I know for a fact I'll never keep a straight face in the parent-teacher conference. Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know. I look back at some of my teachers, and I feel like a lot of them came from a good place, but like, even like the gripes and the arguments, like I was always right. And I'm not saying that to be like egotistical. I'm not saying like, I'm just saying that these like teachers are just like, they have the very littlest amount of power and they want to abuse it. Like, I mean, Norm Macdonald has a great bit. And again, there's a million great teachers out there. I'm not talking about you. You know who you are. There's the teachers that like don't even like their students. There's the teachers who don't even inspire their students. There's the teachers that read from the curriculum and don't try to impart any of their own wisdom and don't try to impart anything aside from what they've been told to tell. And I think that's a great disservice. But Norm Macdonald has this really funny bit where this lady's heckling him and he's like, what are you, a teacher? And she goes, yeah. And he's like, well, I don't really take you seriously because you have the same schedule as a child. It's so funny. We don't have that here, the parent-teacher conferences. Where are you? That's weird. I feel like, I don't know, it probably started from a good place because it probably was like a checkup and a, you know, because you don't know how your child is at school. You don't see them. You don't interact with them. So there's probably like, it probably started from a good place. It probably started from like reasonable, but I feel like now it's just become like a lecture of like, either your child is the spawn of Satan or your child is the greatest thing since sliced bread because he's obedient and follows every order. Like, if my child is obedient and follows every order, I did a disservice. You're not supposed to be obedient. You're not supposed to follow blindly. I mean, even like the people that say trust the science are idiots because trusting the science is the entire opposite of the scientific method. Like didn't Sir Francis Bacon fucking say this like centuries ago? Tanisha, if you see your parent at school, it means you're in trouble. And that's probably how it should be. But it's definitely way different here because like, let's say you're a kid in school and you get into a fight, but you didn't start the fight. Somebody punches you in the face, you punch them back, both people get suspended. Even though you didn't do anything aside from defend yourself. Like it's escalated to a really weird state. Yeah, my girlfriend was asking me if I'm hungry. She's the best. I make jokes sometimes, but she really is the best. I don't know if she watches these back. I don't know if she's even hearing me, but it doesn't matter. It needs to be said. I don't know. It's like the dumbest thing. They're like, stop bullying. So instead of like incentivizing people to, you know, fight back against the bullies and stand up for themselves, they de-incentivize it by saying, well, if you're getting bullied and you do something about it, you're now the problem. W girlfriend, yeah, she's awesome. I don't think like anything makes her happier than like her cooking me something and then I eat it and I'm like, oh my God. And she's like the biggest smile. Actually, no, when I get her flowers, I think that's the happiest she is. But it's she like enjoys cooking things. She really likes like looking up recipes on TikTok and like finding something that looks good and then like preparing it, and like I don't have the kind of patience for that. Like if I eat, I'm bad. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm a bad cook, but I cook for sustenance. I don't cook for flavor. So like I'm perfectly okay with eating ground beef and rice and putting like barely any salt on it, and that's the best for me. Like that's all I need. Anything after that, like is just an excess. So like I'm the worst person to have cooked for you because it's gonna be bland, it's gonna be nutritious, and you're gonna eat it. Like, but she like goes above and beyond. Like she like made me like go get cornstarch. I don't even know what that's for. Like what is that? Like what's she making? Girls love flowers. Yeah, I try to get her flowers every time I see her because she's just that special. But I mean, like if I can spend a few dollars to make her smile, like it's always worth it, you know. Like I feel like, I mean, it's really the least I can do. Black pepper, not even black pepper. I don't put pepper in. Bro, her dog is like going crazy right now. He's such a menace. He like is chewed through like 5 TV remotes. Your girlfriend uses every spice mixed together. Yeah, mine does too. My girlfriend was trying to tell me that Italian food has no spices in it. I'm like, what are you talking about? That was like one of her worst takes I've ever heard. Like she's usually pretty reasonable, and then I heard that, and I'm like, I don't know about you. You're something's off. That one, I was like scratching my head. Hypnoto, you closed on the house, everything went fine, right? I remember you saying that like what, 2 weeks ago? I don't think I ever got an update from you. Two weeks in now, all is good. That's cool. Oh, so you're all moved in and everything? That's awesome. I feel like, I don't know, moving in is like the worst part of, it just takes so much time to like take everything out. And I've never moved into a house, like I've never like packed up all my things, but I've moved into apartments and it fucking blows. So I can only imagine like how bad a house is. Like, you know, you get all your things in the house, but you don't even have a couch to sit on yet. Like it probably is just annoying. Bought a lawnmower, a weed whacker, and a washing machine. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, there's probably like a few days where you're like sleeping on the floor and shit. Like, damn, that's now you're giving me like a new biggest fear, like moving into a home. Cause I hate. I feel like I've said this a lot of times, but like clerical work is the bane of my existence. Like checking emails, like all the little things. I don't know. There's just something in my brain where it's like this isn't worth my time. And like if I have a minor inconvenience with anything associated with that stuff, I wouldn't say I freak out, but I get angry. But like big things, easy, no big deal. It's just the little things, the maintenance, all the little steps that are required to like upkeep something bother me so much. We're literally sleeping on the floor on a blow-up mattress. Do you have one of those blow-up mattresses where you fall asleep on the mattress but you wake up on the floor? It just deflates in the middle of the night. Dude, I was at my friend's house and that literally happened to me. I'm like, you asshole, you gave me the broken one. What's up, Baskin Boys? How's everything, man? I'm pretty good. Just streaming, having a good time. It's a pretty fun one. I feel like we talked about a lot of different things. But yeah, this was a good stream. I gotta get back to like just consistently doing this at like a reasonable time. Just, not even reasonable, like consistent. Because I feel like when I consistently do this, is when I get the best numbers for like everything else on my channel. I get the best discoverability, the engagement, the watch time. Everything's so much better. No, it's a good one. My son has 2 twin matches. Oh, okay, that's cool. What time is it? It's like 7 o'clock here. I'm so happy. Thanks for asking. Did I not ask? Wait. Oh wait, I did ask. I thought that was sarcastic. I'm like, I thought I did. I was like, damn, why are you coming after me like that? It's midnight here? Damn. So you're saying the streams earlier work better. Yeah, my sleep has been terrible. Like legit, like waking up at noon, going to bed at like 4 a.m. And in between that, I've just had to like, not even grind, just like put my eyes to stuff and really like hunker down on the things I've been studying because I have like a big exam. But yeah, I gotta fix that. Yeah, I misread that. I'm like an idiot sometimes. Not sometimes, all of the time. I'm an idiot, and you splice in like 10 minutes of me saying something intelligent, and I come off as like eccentric. I feel like that's what I give off. But yeah, it is what it is. I need to get to the point where like I'm successful enough where people no longer think I'm crazy or weird. They just think I'm eccentric. And then I'll be chilling. Until then, I still get like weird looks when I say things. But I'm like, I'm right. It doesn't sound right. It just sounds weird. I'm not at this stage of like people are just willing to give me the benefit of the doubt yet. What does success look like for you? Just comfort. Like I wouldn't say it's like a number, I wouldn't say it's a metric. I would just say it's like an acceptance. So like I'll feel successful. I mean, I feel good. I wouldn't say I need anything. I wouldn't say like I need this, I need that to like feel good about myself. Like I always feel good about myself. But I was just more so talking about like, you know, the people in my life, the people around me, like treating me how I think I should be treated, treating me how I feel like I deserve to be treated. Like, you know, like how do I say this? Like your parents talking to you like you're still a child, or like, you know, the people in your family like not, I don't know, still seeing you as the young, like you know what I mean? I don't know how else to say it aside from that. Success for me is Jesus Christ. Yes. That's a fair way of putting it. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like seeking anything materially. It's just like, I don't know, maybe it's self-acceptance, maybe it's like feeling better about myself to like feel like I deserve to be respected in the way I want to be respected. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's it. I read the book Leave No Man Behind. It was a great war story. Interesting. What war is it about? I don't think I've ever read like a war story. I've like obviously watched movies and stuff, but I wonder how well it translates. Probably does pretty well. There's something about like firsthand accounts that make it more compelling, make it more interesting. I mean, that's how it's been for all human history. It's like the reason why the Iliad still exists, the reason why the Odyssey still exists, is because these were stories that were meant to impart something, meant to impart some experience, some wisdom, some trials, some tribulations, and give the next generation a way to sort of absorb this and, you know, recognize these things and move with them before it was too late. Afghanistan, oh, it's probably bad. The stuff that happened in that war is just, I feel like every war is bad, but I don't know. There's something about a modern war that kind of makes it, I don't know, more horrific or more hypocritical. Because I feel like there's a modern sentiment that we're less barbaric than our ancestors, but in truth we're more barbaric because we hide behind these labels of, you know, democracy or this or that or peace or this, but really we're just using more advanced forms of weapons to get our points across, to make someone else submit to our will. It's very weird. It's very weird. Books have inspired me to better myself. Yeah. I feel like most books will do that though. I don't know. I feel like inherently books will improve your life because it expands your perspective. It expands how you see the world. And if you can get beyond yourself, then that's the hint of glory. That's the hint of your self-discovery. Or what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Huh, ha. That's the best chat I've ever gotten, you guys. No, actually, the 500 chats I got in one of my streams where everyone was calling me Mr. Clean, that was the best thing. I'm trying to think of the worst insult I ever had. I think someone called me aerodynamic or something. That was like the meanest thing I've ever. I'm trying to remember. It was so bad. I just couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes. The economy would fall if not for war. I mean, it's also like the economy is just not real. The more you look at the economy, it's just like it's all held up by fractional reserve banking, which doesn't really make sense. But you know, I mean, we don't have any gold-backed securities or anything, so it's like I really don't think like the state of the economy is reflective of the state of the world, but it's good to own that though. Teenagers suck, yeah. Colt's? No, Colt's not bad. I like Colt. Colt. It wasn't even Colt. Colt's not creative enough to insult me so bad that it hurts my soul and I have to just laugh for 5 minutes on stream. Guys, look, we have a visitor. Yeah, the economy would fall. We all died, yeah. Great observation. And the next Thomas Sowell. No, I just think like, I mean, if you want to like talk about the economy's already like, it's artificially inflated because the stocks aren't worth the actual valuation. I mean, that's why there's market volatility. So it's like even using the economy as a metric to like see that, I don't really believe it. Cult is a meanie, yes. I mean, like, really, what the economy is it's crypto trading, but more people are invested in it, so it's way less volatile. It's really the same thing. There's some backing to it because you have a fractional holding of a corporation that is arbitrarily inflating their assets and balancing the books so it looks like they're profitable, but I just don't believe it. Reading a book about the 100-Year War in France and England. It's just people dying for men in power. Isn't that every war? I mean, there's probably a handful of wars that are somewhat justified, but like regardless, it's usually just the ambition of one ruler that starts something that shouldn't have been started. I'm gonna head out. Really enjoy the stream of it. Yeah, have a good night, man. Have a good night. Remerdy, I hope I said that right. My bad if I didn't. I'm gonna end the stream soon anyway. Don't worry. This was way longer than not that I wanted to go, but I just planned on going. It's fine. I don't really have much to do. But yeah, have a good night. Thanks for joining us. I'll try to stream earlier. This is even not that it's late for me, but I usually like to stream earlier. So I worked at the largest capital management company in the world. Say if you want to grow your money, just buy index funds. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Not financial advice, right? I have no idea. I don't know if you have to say that or not, right? No, you could say that. Just say it's not financial advice. Cold stream was funny. Yeah. I mean, it's always funny when there's like. I just thought it was so funny that there was the poll, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it, guys. But yeah, I think index funds are like, if you're gonna be a passive investor, that's the best way to do it. Honestly, even mutual funds, because index funds don't perform as well as the actual index is supposed to. Usually the mutual funds outperform. But yeah, there's really the only way to guarantee investing is to invest in a long enough term and invest in mutual funds, index funds. Again, not financial advice. This is what you'll learn in The Intelligent Investor. This is what you'll learn from financial advisors. It's the long term. But it's not the flashy stuff. It's the stuff that'll help you retire in 40 years. The flashy stuff is the what's it called? It's called swing trading, where you know a stock's undervalued and you know there's going to be an invention or a profit report or a stock split, and you know the price is going to go up, and you wait for that, and then you sell it, and then you put that into something else so that you're not taxed on the what's it called? You learned it from Boggle. Isn't that a game? Like a board game? Bro, this dude's literally just staring at me. He's going in between looking at me and looking at food. And he's such a gluttonous beast that he's just laying down begging. Look at this guy. This fool. Founder of Vanguard. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know who I guess I don't know the founder of Vanguard. I know the founder of BlackRock. I don't know. I'm not one of those people that is obsessed with like financial gurus. Like I know people that are like they'll live and die off what Warren Buffett says. I'm not one of those people. Is that my girlfriend? Yes. That was her legs. I'll edit that part out. Oh, what's up, Bonfire, man? How's everything, man? Yeah, I've been streaming at different times, my bad. I actually haven't really been streaming. How's everything? You like Chinese buffets? Yeah, Chinese buffets are nice. I feel like you can only go to ones every so often because the food's never as good as it looks. It's good times here, that's good. Yeah, go have dinner. Thanks for being here, Nadia. Thanks for the super chat. It's always a good time when you're here, man. It's always a good time. Congrats on the house. Hope everything goes well. Hope you move in soon. Hope all that stuff gets sorted out. Warren Buffett's are okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. I was like, where did I say Chinese buffet? I was like, that's the most dad joke ever. Get out of here. If not, you're not welcome here anymore. I gotta time you out just for that one. That's funny. I think that's a perfect place to end it. I really do. Yeah, love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. Nice fun stream. You know, it's a fun stream when I say I'm gonna do 20 minutes. It's like an hour plus. So it's always a good sign. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I might stream again later if I have time, if I have energy. But definitely gotta come back to doing these more. I'll try to set a consistent time. I don't know if I can stick with it right now. I will be able to stick with it at some point, but now is not a crazy time, but I just got things going on, so it's difficult with that. But yeah, love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much